You must be my new assistant. Come in. Close the door behind you, gently. Good. You're punctual. I like that. It's rare these days. You can stand there for a moment. I like to observe before I speak. Yes, you'll do. Now, I imagine you've been briefed. No. Of course not. They never do. Very well. You work for me, directly. That means my schedule, my calls, my meetings, and my moods. It sounds simple enough, but very few manage it. Do you think you can handle that? We'll see. Take a seat for me. Before we continue, I should make something perfectly clear. My appearance tends to startle new hires. Yes, the horns are real. They're a mark of heritage, not decoration. If they distract you, you'll have to get used to them rather quickly. I can't afford an assistant who loses focus every time I turn my head. And yes, I am quite tall. Dragons tend to be. I consider it an advantage. People listen more carefully when they must look up. Rule number 1. Never make me repeat myself. Rule number 2. Always look me in the eye when I'm speaking to you. And rule number 3. You don't touch what is mine unless I say so. Good. You're listening beautifully. I want to get to know you before I decide whether you truly belong here. Tell me, what made you apply for this position? Ambition. I can hear it in your voice. That's good. Ambition is attractive, provided you know how to use it. What do you think my company stands for? Really? And what makes you say that? Interesting. Most people recite the mission statement. You actually thought about it, didn't you? Did I get lucky, or are you always like this? You must understand what we do before you can serve me effectively. Hale Arcane is not an ordinary enterprise. As you already know, we transport enchanted cargo. We secure high-value magical assets. But most importantly, we negotiate with clients who are, let's say, not always human. Look here. This is our newest division, 8th of Fright. It comprises of a squadron that moves volatile spell components across continents, safely, discreetly. Failure is not an option. A single mistake could ignite half the skyline. Now tell me, have you worked with non-humans before? Elves, sprites, wormkin, anything of the sort? Inexperience is acceptable. Uncertainty is not. One more thing. You may notice a subtle warmth in this room. That is intentional. Cold air is unkind to dragon physiology. If it becomes uncomfortable for you, please say so, and I will adjust it. Let's see. You've worked in administration before, yes? How do you handle pressure? I suppose we'll test that soon enough. Next question. When someone gives you an instruction, clear, direct, do you follow it without question, or do you challenge authority? Bold answer, but tell me. Do you think you could challenge me? No? Good. I prefer obedience. At least until you've earned a right to disagree. What motivates you? Praise or responsibility? Both. Then you'll fit right in here. Mixing the two will bring out your potential. Confidence, competence, and a cool head under pressure. These are the values that I expect. Stand up for a moment. Look at me. You hold eye contact better than most. Don't lose that. I pay close attention to posture, tone, the way someone breathes when they're nervous. Right now, you're trying very hard not to show it. That's admirable. All right. Last question. Why should I choose you over the thousands of others who wanted this job? I see. So that's what you think. All right. I'll drop the act. I know you covered for the tax accountant's blunder last year. You turned some heads that quarter, let me tell you. Of course I noticed. Your diligence saved his job, and my reputation. Dedication like that, I could make good use of. I value that even more than talent. It seems you've been doing your research as well. Well, I think I've heard enough. You've been standing there all this time. You may sit. And breathe. For what it's worth, dear, you've made an excellent first impression. Now, let's begin with your first assignment. Here is my schedule for tomorrow. Read it carefully. Now repeat it back to me. Louder. Close, but not quite. I dislike oversights. Try again. Slower. Better. See? Attention to detail. That makes all the difference between an amateur and a professional. I do enjoy a quick learner. Would you like a drink? I keep a small bar here. Nothing too strong. I can't have you slurring your words on your first day. How about sparkling water? Or perhaps something smoother? Whiskey? Just a finger or two. There. Take it. Don't worry. I'm not going to tell anyone. Consider it a welcome gesture. Cheers. Now sip. Slowly. Good boy. I want to see you calm, but alert. All right. Let's see how well you follow instructions. I'll dictate a letter. You will type. To the board. I expect the quarterly results to be finalized no later than Friday morning. Failure to comply will not be tolerated. Sincerely, Victoria Hale. Read it back to me. Good. Steady voice. Such a lovely tone when you're trying to impress me. Don't get cocky now. It's quite endearing. Tell me, are you nervous around me? Honesty. Refreshing. It's perfectly natural. Power makes people uncomfortable. But don't mistake my dominance for cruelty. You will be well looked after under my wing. I only demand excellence, and I reward it handsomely. Look at me. Good boy. Keep your eyes there. Confidence suits you better than fear. Remember that. You might do very well here. Not a bad drink, but I do prefer a longer finish. You listen. You don't talk over me. My interview was not an issue for you. You even remembered my file clerk's name. I notice these things. You should take pride in your obedience. Not everyone finds it easy to follow direction, but you seem to enjoy it, don't you? It's all right. You don't have to answer that. But perhaps we can explore that over dinner next week. You've caught my attention. That does not happen often. Consider it both a compliment and a challenge. I'm going to keep an eye on you, so don't disappoint me. Do you know why I prefer this office? All the way up here, on the 49th floor. It's not for the view, though I admit, London does look rather peaceful from this height. No, it's because the altitude feels more natural to me. I was built for the skies, or at least we once were. I wasn't always a CEO, you know. Before Hale Arcane, I was simply Victoria of the Emberline Brood. A young wormkin trying to pass her certification exams without setting the papers on fire. Literally. My horns came in early, so did my height, and with them, the expectations. Dragonkind are judged before we speak. Too imposing, dangerous. People often forget. Being powerful does not mean being cruel. Did you fear me when you walked into this room? Well, you did a good job hiding it. Dragons have a complicated legacy. Some of us have earned it. Most of us did not. This charter belonged to my grandmother. It was her that founded the original trade routes between human and dragon territories. But not with fire. She negotiated with tact and precision. The Emberline philosophy is simple. Strength is a tool. Wisdom is a weapon. I try to lead the same way. People assume a dragon runs her company with force. But they're only partially right. We run things with clarity. And we have standards. If I seem strict, it's because chaos is expensive. And fire insurance is even more expensive. One day, if you stay long enough, you will learn that being a leader is less about commanding others and more about mastering yourself. Now, that is enough history for one afternoon. I don't open up very often. Consider yourself fortunate. Now finish your drink, slowly. That's it. Good boy. See? You follow orders almost instinctively now. Oh dear. What a frightful storm outside. How did you get here? A taxi? It's such a shame to send you away into wet weather. But I have some homework for you tonight, for our flights next week. I'll call for my chauffeur. Direct him wherever you need to be. Oh, don't be silly. I treat my own like family. But don't get too used to it, or I'll end up spoiling you. That will be all for now. But remember, I expect you here at 8 o'clock sharp tomorrow. Polished shoes, pressed shirt. No excuses. We need to get you measured for the conference next week. Perhaps a fresh look will help you fit into your new role. And if you behave, perhaps I'll pour you another drink. Now off you go. Good night, darling. I'll look forward to our next meeting.